Donald Trump and Elon Musk have been caught plotting against the one group of public servants who can actually slow down their attack on our democracy. And in just a minute, I'll tell you exactly who they are and share the two breaking stories that show just how far they're willing to go. The group I'm speaking of is judges, and I'll have Trump's scheme explained by a Harvard law scholar, but first Elon Musk. He's using his billions to tip the scales in Wisconsin, where a key state Supreme Court seat is up for grabs. How, you ask? By offering voters $100 to sign a petition against activist judges who might stand in Trump's way. That's right, straight up cash to bribe voters. Have a look at these local reports that reveal the alarm bells going off there.
The richest man in the world has his eyes on Wisconsin.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Both Wisconsin Supreme Court candidates have sparred over Elon Musk's role in the campaign. Now, if you check out the Elon Musk-founded group America PAC's page, it offers Wisconsin registered voters $100, $100 to sign this petition against, quote, activist judges, and another $100 for referring another signer. Here's what the new petition states. Judges should interpret laws as written, not rewrite them to fit their personal or political agendas. It requires you to fill out your address and phone number. It doesn't mention candidates. It doesn't mention voting. But the $100 offer only runs through 11/59 election night, April 1st. Brennan Center data shows two groups linked with Musk have spent more than $13 million supporting conservative-backed Brad Schimmel.
I'm asking you to vote for me and to make sure that we have a Wisconsin Supreme Court that's not politicized, a constitution that's not politicized, and a court that's operating to protect Wisconsinites, and certainly not one that's going to protect Elon Musk.
Liberal-backed Susan Crawford has complained that Musk's group started investing in the race days after Musk's company, Tesla, sued the state of Wisconsin.
And a Crawford spokesman accuses Musk of resorting to, quote, buying votes. We're still waiting for a response from the Schimmel campaign. The Wisconsin Democracy Campaign tells me it's looking at all the options to challenge the Musk offer of $100. That includes the possibility of a complaint to the state or the possibility of a lawsuit.
Longtime voters at Tippecanoe Library on Milwaukee's South Side tell me the move is concerning.
Money is influence, and I think especially $100.
I would hope when they go vote that they are voting based upon what they know, what they've learned, and what they believe, not based upon $100 being influenced just because they signed a petition.
That story reveals what Trump's partner in crime can do with his immense wealth. State-level elections are not only on Musk's radar, but he has a well-funded organization dedicated to making Trumpism not just the law of the land, but the law of every state. And then there's Trump himself. While Musk throws money into a state scheme, Trump is working to wipe out judicial opposition entirely. This MSNBC report breaks it down, and when a Harvard legal scholar is raising red flags, you know it's serious. In these first clips, Lawrence Tribes, the Harvard scholar, shares Trump's attack on Judge Boasberg, who is enforcing a deportation halt, and he talks about Trump's ominous warning against Chief Justice Roberts.
Breaking things so quickly that not even genuinely independent federal courts, like Judge Boasberg, can fully keep pace with the mayhem. So that's what we're facing. The disease that is spreading and that we really have to fight, the virus we need to fight.
I want to ask you about this thing that Donald Trump posted directed at Chief Justice John Roberts. They stop the nationwide injunctions now before it's too late. Now, there are two parts of that. Most of these injunctions are nationwide because if you said you have to follow a process in order to deport migrants, that can't be a D.C. specific matter because then you just move the migrants to Texas and deport them. So there's that part. But the more ominous part is the second part where he says before it's too late. What does before it's too late mean when the president says that to the Chief Justice?
Well, it's ominous. He's trying to scare everybody, saying you better follow my orders or we'll never know what's going to happen. And then judges fear being shot. All kinds of terrible things are going on. But take the particular example, nationwide injunctions. Trump himself and the MAGA movement loved those nationwide injunctions when Biden was in power, and they were trying to make sure that judges would dismantle the student loan program, or that even in cases that varied state by state, unlike what you're describing, like abortion, they loved the nationwide injunctions entered by very far-right judges.
And in this clip, he returns to the Boasberg case that is creating a constitutional crisis and describes the risk to all judges that Trump is creating.
So Boasberg either had to throw his hands up and say, I can't enforce the law, or he had to say, turn those planes around. That's what he did. And now we're told by Trump, oh no, these nationwide injunctions are terrible. It is hypocritical. It is lawless. And it is a provocation when the Chief Justice rightly says, you can criticize judges all you want, but don't threaten to impeach them and put a target on their backs for doing their job.
Yeah, and it's a pretty specific target. He's referred to Judge Boasberg as a radical left lunatic. This is a judge who was appointed first to the bench by George W. Bush. And then to his current role by Barack Obama. In all my reading of him, I don't know where one would find either radical or left or lunatic.
He is universally respected judge. He was put by the Chief Justice on the FISA court with other conservative judges. He's not left-wing in any sense. And when Trump says, I don't know who the judge is, but I know he's got to be radical left-wing, right. What's that mean? I mean, it's a self-contradiction, as is so much of what the current president says.
And they conclude by talking about Trump weaponizing impeachment against judges.
Once you start threatening to remove judges because you think they got it wrong in a particular case, however important, the whole idea of an independent judiciary crumbles. One of the pillars of the rule of law that prevents us from becoming complete dictatorship or an oligarchy or an autocracy of some other kind is the idea that the judiciary is independent. It doesn't always have the last word. You can amend the Constitution if you don't agree with it, as I think we should amend it to get rid of that absolute and sweeping immunity that was given to presidents for committing crimes in office. But you don't threaten to remove the judge. And when you do, and couple it with the kind of provocative, violent rhetoric that we are hearing now, that's not how a country that is based on law and order and self-government can ever survive.
Trump and Musk are working together to undermine the judges, one with money and the other with intimidation. This isn't just about one election or one court case. It's a coordinated effort to crush judicial independence that may oppose them. Ultimately, a democracy cannot survive if courts are packed with political loyalists or if judges fear for their safety. The legal system exists to hold power accountable, but that only works if judges can rule without fear. Trump's attacks, combined with Musk's shady tactics, are creating a system where the law bends to their will or else. Democrats must find ways to push back before law and disorder becomes the norm, and Republicans must show the courage to defend the rule of law, even if it means facing the Trump wrecking ball. The stakes have never been higher, and the time is now. I'm Dan. Thank you for watching. Please leave your thoughts below, and let's continue to occupy democracy together.